All right, let's get right into it. There is a hidden war being fought across the internet right now, and chances are you've already been caught in the crossfire without even knowing it. It all starts with something super familiar and, let's be honest, incredibly frustrating.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You click a link, you're ready to read an article or check something out, and bam! You hit a digital brick wall. Access denied. It just feels like a glitch, some random error. But what if it's not random at all?
Yeah, this isn't just happening to you. It's happening to people all over the web, and it's happening more and more. This is actually a symptom of a much bigger fight that's going on behind the scenes, a fight over data, identity, and really the future of the internet itself. So what is going on?
Okay, to figure this whole mystery out, we need to look at a clue. It's a piece of evidence you carry with you every single time you go online. Kind of like a digital ID card you probably have no idea you're even showing.
It's called the HTTP user agent. It sounds super technical, but it's simple. Every time your browser, or any app you use, connects to a website, it sends this little bit of text. It's basically a digital handshake that says, hey, I'm Chrome on a Windows PC, or hi, I'm Safari on an iPhone. It's supposed to be a clear, simple introduction.
You know, a really good way to think about it is like your passport. When you go to another country, you show your passport so they know who you are. The user agent does the exact same thing for websites. It's your basic ID for the digital world.
And this is where things get interesting. A good passport has your name, your photo, all the details. A clear user agent is just like that. But websites are now seeing a huge flood of visitors with really generic IDs, like this one, go HTTP client/1.1. That's like showing up to airport security with a completely blank passport. It's anonymous, it looks really suspicious, and it is right at the center of this whole problem.
So the big question is, who is sending these sketchy, anonymous IDs? And what could they possibly want? Well, the answer pulls back the curtain on this entire conflict.
The culprits are what some people are calling a plague of automated bots. These aren't people browsing, they're computer programs, crawlers, that are built to scrape millions and millions of web pages automatically, way faster than any human could ever hope to.
And here's the thing, this is a pretty new problem. People started noticing this massive, and I mean massive surge in anonymous bot traffic around early 2025. This sudden flood is what's forcing website owners to start putting up their walls.
So why all the scraping? What are these bots looking for? One word: data. Unbelievable amounts of it. The main reason seems to be gathering all the text and images they can find to train large language models. You know, the AIs that are powering everything now. These systems are incredibly hungry for data, and they use these generic IDs to try and hide who they are while they're scooping it all up.
So you can see the problem, right? You've got these data-hungry AI bots on one side, and you've got the website owners trying to protect themselves on the other. And guess who gets stuck right in the middle of it all? Yep, us.
I mean, you have to wonder, why would a website owner want to block anyone? It seems counterintuitive. But they're not doing it for fun. They're reacting to a very real threat.
And really boils down to two big reasons. First, this plague of bots hammers their servers. Imagine thousands of requests hitting your site every single second. It can slow things down to a crawl, or just crash the site completely for real people. And second, they're just trying to protect their own content, their writing, their art, from being scraped and used without their permission.
So their response, when you think about it, is pretty straightforward. They see a ton of sketchy traffic coming from these generic blank passport IDs. The easiest, most effective way to defend themselves is to just block anyone showing up with that kind of ID. It's a blunt tool for sure, but it works.
And this is the moment it all comes together. This is why you are getting blocked. You might be using a totally normal app, maybe a feed reader or a developer tool that just happens to use one of those generic user agents. You're not a bot, but to the website security system, you look exactly like one. You'll become collateral damage in a war you didn't even know was happening.
So let's zoom out for a second. What does this all mean for the rest of us and for the internet? Because this is about more than just a few annoying error messages. It's a sign of a really big shift in how the web works.
You've essentially got three groups, all with goals that are now in direct conflict. The AI developers want to gather as much data as possible. The website owners want to protect their sites and their content. And we, the regular users, we just want to access information. The result? Walls are going up all over the web, and everyday people are the ones getting locked out.
And this all leads us to a really serious question about the future. We're living through this incredible AI revolution, a revolution that was built on the data from a free and open web. But as AI's hunger for more and more data gets even bigger, is that very same hunger going to be the thing that forces the open web to finally close its doors?